books that changed the life, you know?
These are the three books that I think I've read in the last couple of years, and they have, I would say, had the most significant impact on me as an individual and my personal way of how I see myself. Because I think reading to understand the world is very important, whether you read history,
Yeah,
whether you read, you know, anthropology, whether you read sociology, you know, reading these things about the objective world is really important. But I think reading for the sake of understanding yourself is the most important ones. So these are the three
yeah,
books that I read that really transformed how I see myself. So the first one for me is, I would say, one of my favorite books I've ever read. I've reread it, I want to say 4 or 5 times. I've listened to it multiple times. It's 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson. So
I
it's a
listen
book
podcast.
that goes into depth about 12 rules that we should live by, and it goes deeply into some philosophical concepts, psychological concepts, and it's very much a book that talks about how you can improve yourself as an individual. You know, there's some great rules in there, like treat yourself as if you're someone who's responsible for looking after. So a lot of the time we treat other people that we look after better than we treat ourselves. And it's
Yeah,
important for us to sometimes treat ourselves as if we're someone that we're caring for, rather than someone that we're sort of internally within. So this is a great book, and one of those books that really changed my mindset when it comes to how I see myself as an individual. I would say the second book is one of those books that really transformed the way that I see the mind, or what the mind is capable of. That book is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. I think for me, it's a personal
that's right.
account of someone who is able to go through so much and be able to really find what it means to take your mind and body to a whole new level and transform yourself, and put the past behind you and transform yourself and improve yourself and take yourself out of that situation and make yourself better. So I definitely recommend those two. I'll recommend Essentialism if you haven't
Yeah,
already read it. I mean, those are my three. Essentialism for me. You know, he came on the podcast about a month ago, and he's actually on the cover of our next magazine, Greg McCohen. So
great.
I spoke to him probably like a month ago now on our podcast. So I definitely recommend you go listen to that podcast if you already haven't. That's for Book Talk
Okay.
Today. And he's actually on the magazine cover, so for next month's magazine. So I definitely recommend you go check that out and read the book, because it's a book that definitely makes you think about what is truly important to you as an individual, and how you can go
Mm-hmm.
about analyzing that importance. So definitely recommend those three. And yeah, thank you for your questions.